about that invention, please visit the IPTTO. It's very important for a patent, otherwise you will lose that patent completely, and we don't want that to happen. This is where we eat pounded yam. How come will the machine used even for that yam will not be imported from China, Japan, and the likes? So it's because we have lost the IP component. That was what made it possible for them to be producing it for us, even without getting royalties from it. And of course, next to that is the design of that patent still stand at the point of giving. Why am I saying this? Because we don't do substantive examination in Nigeria. So as a result of that, we need to make or learn to make our patent strong at the point of filing, so that we don't lose out when it comes to disputes. So benefits, of course, benefit has actually been highlighted by Professor Akoni. You can be richer than where you are today if your efforts are directed towards protecting your inventions and of course commercializing it. One thing that is also very important is when universities are placing or putting money into commercialization, many may fail, but if one should succeed, it's enough to cater for those failures. It's very important for us to know that yes, failure is part of the process, even for us to learn and of course to move forward. So these are the I will share the PowerPoint and then we can go through it. Benefits, of course, the requirement for our patents to actually scale the protection criteria. It has to be new. The novelty here is universal, meaning at the global level, such that when the search is conducted, there must not have been anyone like it. So most of the patents that we see at the global level, there have been nothing like them in the past. There may be some that are close, but nothing like them. That novelty is very important. And then of course, inventive step. The element of invention, ingenuity must be demonstrated, and there are diverse ways by which all of these are tested, especially for in the IP office. And of course, it must be industrially applicable. Something that you can produce in a uniform manner over time in large quantity, so that there won't be any variation in the quality of the product that will come out of that invention. And there are diverse ways through which these inventions can be secured. You can go through the national level, that is Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment in Abuja. And of course, for us as researchers in the university, it is always advisable to go through the IPTTO, because as researchers, you may not have all the time to prosecute patents with the office in Abuja, and that is why you have the IPTTO to help you finalize all the procedures and get the patent registered for you. And of course, we have the regional with the ARIPO and the WABI in the French-speaking countries, and of course, at the international level, we have the PCT through the World Intellectual Property Organization. And of course, having this is not enough until you transfer them to the industry. Very critical. I remember Professor Akami did mention earlier that your invention is not useful even to yourself until you find application in the industry, solving problems, the real problem in the society. And this is what draws the global attention even to your university. When we talk of entrepreneurial university today, you say, oh, Stanford, oh, MIT, oh, this one. Many of them in America. Very many of them are also springing up in China even today. So we want to make OAU to be part of the globally recognized innovation and entrepreneurial university. And the process starts even with everyone seated here as the ambassador of innovation in our system. So let me not spend so much time here. There are laws governing the operation, the registration of this intellectual property in Nigeria. I'm just trying to highlight the Copyright Act, Patent and Design Act, and of course, Trademark Act. And all of these, under the Ministry of Trade, Trade and Investment. So, and of course, part of the patent is also in the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, because NOTAP is there as the registrant of all technologies that will enter this country. They are like the gatekeeper. The technology that we have is what we should use within our system. But even sometimes, what we have, we still import because we don't get very well. I'm sorry about this, just for a minute. Thank you very much. These are important statistics as well. Some of the studies we have done, the number of patents in Nigeria, of course, this one is more recent. And of course, the one for OAU is also captured here from the patent office. And of course, commercialization is very key. There are so many roads that lead to the markets, and we should be aware of whichever path we follow. Definitely, this should be our target as innovation ambassador. Don't be satisfied with having a patent registered. Don't be, it is true we are celebrating you. Even me, I celebrate all of you because your time is rare in the system. And that is the more reason why you should try to replicate yourself within the system. Look for more people to join you from your department to begin to develop products that solve problems in the society. And of course, patenting is one of the foundations that will take us even to this open market. Because if your invention is not protected, your market is not protected. And the friends that will be interested in your invention, once you are not protected, they will not be there to put their money. But once they see that yes, you are protected, meaning our market will be protected, they will be ready even to put in their money. And I think on that note, I will just stop. There are barriers, but then we have to find ways to walk around the barrier. For you to have become an innovator or an inventor today, those barriers, you have really taken time to overcome them. The same way, take your invention to trade fairs in Abuja. Take your inventions to global community where you can present to investors, where you can link up even with the industry that are ready to commit resources even to developing your product for that, and of course even to scale. So I think on that note, we have to say thank you so much for your attention.